Hey guys, it's BW. I'm back from vacation and I'm back out in the garage. We've been doing some tweaking on the tilt nose and I got some future plans for that I want to show you and go over. We installed a television in the shop here. I'm working on getting a computer line out here next so that maybe in the future we can do some live, communicate a little bit better. I also have some artwork that the wife's working on to show you for the car. A little bit of practice work. It's looking really good. I'm really proud of her. Stick around and check it out. First thing I want to show you is how easily the tilt nose slides forward, goes up, goes back down and back in. Check it out. Okay, and the next thing I want to do is go through and show you what I did to get it to that point where everything slides nice. Check this out, man. Let me get this down off the stand and show you. All right, the first thing that I noticed that was dragging in here, and I showed you guys that on the last video. So what I did to correct that problem was just notched out the inner fender right here. And we also notched out the lip of the fender right here just a little bit. We still left a little bit of lip there to kind of hide it on the gap, so it looks really cool, but it's not hitting anything. As it turns out, this hinge bracket wasn't hitting anything. I'm still going to remove it just because it's an eyesore, but it's no longer rubbing because I removed the fender brackets where you bolt the fender on right here. We just drilled the spot welds out, took that off, and it no longer hits. So that came out really well. I also did a slight modification to these tracks for the Hudson bearings. We had to open up the gap a little bit for them, and I bent the front forward just for a stop. I think I'm going to build a different kind of track, but this is working for us for right now. I'm not even sure I'm going to stick with the Hudson bearings. They work really good, but they're loud, you know, when I'm rolling it in and out. And I'd like to have like a nice plastic or a Teflon caster of some sort. I was going to go down like to the Home Depot or Lowe's and see what they got. I doubt they have exactly what I need. We might have to fabricate our own holder or something, but we might, you know, buy a cheap set of wheels and just harvest the wheel off of it and then see what we can make up here in the shop. I still got to think that one through, but what we have right now is working for now, so I'm just going to roll with that. Now the one thing I'm noticing is I got to watch the gapping on the door on both sides coming in and out, and that's also part of what's going on with the with our tracks down here. When I slide this back on this side, it's just getting ready to touch the shock, and I've already corrected the problem on the other side. Let me show you that, and then I'm going to close this, and then you'll really understand what I'm talking about. What I did was I plug welded. I took this back out, and I plug welded the hole shut, and I re-drilled it. And when I re-drilled it, I slid this pack out where I wanted it, so I have almost ½ inch of clearance between the shock and the plate, so I don't have to worry about when the suspension's coming up and down. I don't know why I didn't catch it. I just missed it. It's like it doesn't hit on the other side, but it's close enough to where, and the same thing was the problem over here. It was close enough where I didn't even want to fool with it, so it's easier for me just to plug weld that hole shut and relocate it, and it was really easy to do. I'm actually going to film me doing the other side, and then you guys can watch that happen. I'm going to do that in the next video. I just wanted to get something up because I hadn't had something up in over a week because we had vacation. So all right, so that's where I'm at with this. Let me put the camera back on the stand and close the hood, and I'll show you that clearancing I'm talking about. and then we'll move on to the next thing I want to show you guys. Alrighty, hang on one second. Okay, so if I walk over to this door, you see the spacing. It's not going to be perfect, guys, because I mean it's just not. But so if you look at your gapping right now, it's okay. It's not great. I'm going to work on it a little bit. But with the hood all the way back, you see how close the spring pack is, or I mean, excuse me, the plate pack is to the shock. It's not hitting, but it's close enough to where it's going to cause me a grievance. At least to me it is. So I'm going to relocate this hole just like I did on the other side, and let me show you how that turned out. And I will film the other side just to show you. It's not a big deal. It's just a little bit of welding and drilling. But okay, there's this one, and see how I moved it? It's almost a ½ inch away. Come out really nice, and it correlates well with this side's gap. Come out really good. You can see how like this fender's had some wild work done to it. So I gotta play with that, but that's no big deal. It's working out well, and that's what we're gonna do. One project I'm gonna do on the next video, and I'm gonna film it for you guys, is I'm gonna install these highfalutin hood pins that we got, and we're gonna get those going. I'm thinking I'm going to install them upright. I'm not sure yet. Maybe like this. I got these ones that are kind of shaped or whatever, but they all got good reviews that they're solid and everything. The only complaint I saw online about them was the little nuts are not nylock, so I'll get some nylock nuts for them so they stay on, and we'll use some Loctite along with that. We should be all right. But once we put these on, we'll be good to go with the fender in, and that's a good safety way to keep this thing from rolling forward or going up. We're also going to add like a Jeep latch up in the firewall or something, just one right up there in the middle maybe for safety. We'll see. We're still working out the bugs on that, but I figure once I get the hood pin latches on, we'll be good to go. And I'm gonna go ahead and stop on the tilt nose at that point and put the car back in the middle of the garage. I want to get it back in the middle of the garage. I want to get the back sheet metal all welded up. I really want to get this thing going, get the sheet metal done with, so I can get started on the body work. Hopefully I can get a buddy or two over here knows a little more about that stuff than me. We'll see. I'll show you one more thing on this tilt nose. Quick here. Now when I forgot to bring this up to you guys, when I remove these things here, I'm going to clean this whole gap up the whole way down. And I'm going to get some, I believe it's going to be 3/8 round stock, and I'm just going to lay it in there. I might even get quarter so I can put it in a little bit, and I'm just going to tack it the whole way down. And when I do that, and I think I might add one more brace, we'll see. That's going to take 100% of the wonkiness out of this. It had a little tiny bit, and I'll tell you what, when I added the stop on this side, it took about 90% of it out. But I just to give it one little final stiffening, that's what we're going to do. And I may film that too, along with this job we're going to do with the hood latch, or the hood pins rather. So there's a few things I got to get, and we're going to get those things, and then once I have them, I'm going to film it and include you guys every step of the way. All right, that's what I got on the car right now. One more thing I'd like to add that I forgot. I'm going to get some assist cylinders for this eventually too. You know, assist up, assist down, kind of like you have if you have a hatchback car, something like that, just to make it a little easier. You know, as I get older, make it a little easier to get the hood up and down. But I wanted to include that. I forgot to mention it in the video. Okay, I wanted to show you how the wife is working on her artwork for the car, and take a quick look. Yeah, and right now she's about a third of the way into the project. You guys can see she's going to touch up the beak maybe a little bit more, then she'll start on the white and the eyes and teeth, and I guess she'll put the outline, the black outline, last. I don't know, but it's starting to look pretty cool. Mr. Horsepower front view. Lady's got some skills. Okay, and finally, just wanted to show you guys, I put the TV in the shop, and we're going to work on getting an Ethernet cable out here next. But there's our television. Put it right above our Sanford and Son sign. We went ahead and moved some signs around. We put Mr. Horsepower and Mooney Eyes over there. Brought down the Sanford and Son so we could hang the TV right there. Come out really good. We got a couple more new signs. My sister-in-law got me that dips ahead sign. I guess I'm a dip. I don't know. But yeah, we just, I just shot a cable across from the house there, and attached it, and here we go. And we're looking to get an Ethernet cable next. Can't wait to have that so I can maybe converse with you guys live one night or something. But anyway, that's what I've been up to. That's what we got going, and I hope to get some of that material so that I can work on the tilt nose later in the week, and we'll get back together then, and I'll show you guys what I got going. Till then, take care.